way. Yeah.
So, you now have my passports, as in Denmark, right? Denmark now has my passports. The police took them. I've had my fingerprints taken. Everything. I end up here.
Yeah.
Is someone coming through the door?
Yes, of course. My colleague.
Okay. So I have told you I needed medical appointment, right?
Yes.
I've been asking since I got here.
Yeah.
We called the doctor today. I had an appointment arranged at
Yeah,
your
you
hospital.
spoke to the doctor yourself at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I had an appointment at 6 o'clock.
Ah.
I was made to wait 4 hours. Even Syrian people are like, please see this guy medically. I get in there, I see one of the female doctors, there's 2 female doctors. I tell her my situation, she's like, oh my God, I'll give you medical care. You get your Zopiclone. I showed her all the medical evidence. She saw that my ankle was broken. She saw the Zopiclone.
It's only your colleague.
I'd rather this is private.
Yeah, then you have to let him go to his office.
Okay, that's fine.
Så lige gå ind og lukke døren. Han er lidt bekymret for, hvor mange der bliver væk.
I look at
Det er bare i orden. Tak skal du have.
The problem I now have is, she told me about medical care and said, let me
One more time. The problem you have now is?
She tried to lock me up and said, get out of the hospital immediately. Refused me medical care, and I had to pay 200 kronas for a taxi back here. Now I'm fucking terrified. I am literally terrified. Because this is a scenario I told you that's all over the place. Initially, oh my God, your ankle's broken, your sleep deprivation, blah, 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 blah. Went and talked to a colleague, brought a male security guard round to her office, opened the door and said, get out of the hospital immediately. Are you kidding me? I'm terrified now.
They kicked you out?
Yes. So she was going to give me Zopiclone, painkillers, everything, to the point I said, may I have your name? This is horrendous. And I was escorted off the premise. Are you kidding me? I'm terrified now. Freaking terrified.
Mm.
She heard everything. She saw that I worked for SAP. I showed her the laptop. I showed her the medical report from the other Danish hospital. She's like, yeah, you got a big problem. And she said, I'll send you the prescription to HELEN. She went, just bear with me 1 second. As I'm telling her the whole medical problem, her phone starts ringing constantly. She goes and talks to one of our other colleagues, and I get escorted off the premises. Now I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I am terrified. Really, I'm scared now. And the Danish have my passports. She looked through all the medical reports, the MRIs, the broken ankle, literally about to send me to center of Hellerod, go pick up your prescription. Her phone starts ringing like crazy, goes and talks to and I get escorted off the premises. Reception then won't talk to me. No one will talk to me.
Why did they escort you off the premises? Didn't you want to leave when they told you?
Because they said you need to get locked up. And I said, I am leaving immediately. I showed her my asylum card. She's like, oh my God, your situation is horrendous. Just about to send me to go get my prescription. Goes talk to one of our colleagues, and then all of a sudden it kicks off. I am literally petrified now.
I'm a little bit confused there.
I'm confused.
So bear with me. They told you they want to lock you up, and
So
then
hold
after
on.
that, they escort you off the premises?
What I said was, I showed her initially the card, my asylum card, right? She's like, oh, from Great Britain, that's a little unusual. I told her the banking scenario, okay. I told her the political scenario, hence I'm here, okay. I showed her the medical reports, okay, it's real. Then I told her what was happening medically going wrong. And then it all went wrong. Get out of the hospital. So, oh my God, you need medical care urgently. As soon as I mentioned all the medical stuff that happened in Canada and the UK, then I'm escorted out the hospital.
Okay.
Now, do you understand? I'm terrified. I am terrified now.
What exactly are you terrified of at this moment? That they will
So,
come and pick you up or what?
after me just telling you that doesn't sound...
No, I'm not kidding you. You need to bear with me because I have only your side of the story, right? I have only what
So
you
let
have
me put it this way.
No. You need to tell me what exactly, why you're terrified, because now you're here and somehow safe and sound again.
Well, we had the conversation last night, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not safe and sound at all because I had no medical treatment.
You didn't get anything.
She told me to leave. To the point, people in the waiting room are looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? Refused to give me her name, and I got escorted out of the hospital without any medication after looking at all the MRIs and everything.
Sounds strange. Do you mind if I phone the hospital and ask them what's happened?
I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely... No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, when I mentioned the bank...
Then I will tell you that I will not do it even if you leave. I will not phone the hospital if you don't want it.
I'll be honest with you, the way I have been treated since I've claimed asylum,
Yeah.
I'm now terrified.
Yeah.
I spoke to you yesterday and you're like, I don't even know why you're here. I've been told different stories over, what, 72 hours? Just understand. Remember we talked about the sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
Constantly attacking my medication, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned the banking problem. No problem. We'll give you the medication. I mentioned the political problem. Where are you from? Oh, you spoke about the Scottish. We'll still give you the medication. As soon as I started to mention all the other stuff that went wrong medically, I get escorted out the premises without medical care. I go to reception and say, can I please have that doctor's name? No, get out of the hospital.
And you didn't have an argument with them or what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She went and talked to her colleague for 5 minutes, came back with a gentleman and said, get out. And that was it.
Doesn't make any sense.
But what I'm saying, please just, I really can't do this anymore. How do I get my passports back?
It's in police possession, right? So you can get it back. Yeah, that will be.
Why am I don't understand why I'm being treated like this. I really don't.
Understand fully that you are very. Tomorrow, there will be.
I actually don't feel safe coming back here now.
Okay.
From the moment I went to the police.
Nobody will come and take you here. Nobody will
They
come
were
and
about
do
to
anything to you.
listen to me, please. They were about to lock me up in the hospital. I said, I am leaving immediately.
Yeah.
I showed them my SAP laptop. They said, I don't care what your story is now. Get out. That's a problem. This is a problem. I came to Denmark for safety.
Yeah. And you don't feel safe at all. I can fully understand that.
I showed her all the medical evidence. She looked at the MRIs. She looked at the x-rays. She looked at everything. Just about, she said, tell Falk to take you to Holroyd and get the... I said, I have massive insomnia. I told her exactly what I told you.
Yeah.
Went and talked to her colleague because she said she's more experienced than this. Came back and I got escorted out of a hospital, man.
Without any explanation why?
No, and they won't give me the name. Get out. I'm here for political diplomacy and that happens? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But you must understand it sounds strange to me, right? I hope you can understand that.
Well, why does it sound strange?
Because it sounds weird that they suddenly, first of all, they will try to put them, they will give you some prescription that you will have to pick up at the pharmacy, right? And then 5 minutes later, they just kick you out. Without any reason why, without any
So do you understand that
explanation?
I'm the first in the world to even try this, right? The exact same thing happened in Germany. I've told you the whole story.
No?
I've been in a Munich hospital. The exact same thing happened. Tell the banking part, tell the political part. As soon as I mention the medical situation, I get kicked out. Same thing happened in Lyme, Munich. Denmark now has my passports.
Yeah.
I've told you this is going on for 5 years.
Tomorrow.
I can't come back here after what happened.
Tomorrow it's Constitutional Day, Denmark.
Now I'm
But still,
terrified.
there will be 2 policemen at work in Unit 1.
What the hell am I going to do?
The police is in possession of your passport.
But if I'm being refused medical care in Denmark?
Barry, listen to me now. You have to listen to me now, okay? You will have to contact the police tomorrow to get your passport back.
I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. I really don't.
If you want your passport back,
I'm just
and you want to
asking
go
to be treated as a human.
Yeah, I can understand why.
And I'm being mocked
Yeah.
all over the place. We had the conversation yesterday.
But I don't understand why they didn't want to give you any treatment, any pills for sleeping. I don't understand that, and I certainly don't understand why they suddenly treated you like
We had a conversation
Black Death
for 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
I told you about
Yeah,
my
I heard
medication
everything you
and
said
exposure.
yesterday, and as I told you, I don't have any reason to believe that it's not true.
Right.
I still don't have any reason to believe that, because in a different scenario, if you were let me, if you had a drug problem, if you had an alcohol problem, I would say you are totally whacked and paranoid. I don't think you are. I personally don't
But
think
I
you are.
actually told you yesterday to stop laughing at me, right? Because as soon as I
I don't laugh. I know I smile a lot and I
Yeah,
laugh.
but my
If you say
situation's
something,
about as serious.
if you say something funny involuntarily,
So
I'm
if I-
really
if I'm
sorry.
telling- if I'm-
I'm not laughing
but
at
if I'm
you, and
telling-
I don't even think
But
this
if
is
I'm telling
funny.
you I'm near death, I don't understand why it's amusing. So I go to the police, the situation is horrendous.
Mm.
I'll be honest, I don't know if this is a big game to people, and I'm getting fucked around all over the place, excuse my language.
It's okay.
But there's something going on, there's absolutely no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. And the fact that when I even come to the reception and they're like, oh no, I don't know what's going on, this is not normal. From the moment I've gone to the Danish police, to the moment I've come here, to the moment you said I shouldn't even be here, we both agreed I've been given misinformation from the moment I claimed asylum, right? Completely told one thing, you should be here, should be there, complete mess. I go to the hospital under the instruction of him. I was told, when I'm actually in the hospital, I'm there for 4 hours, one of the Syrian guys there went and begged one of the doctors to see me because I kept going back to reception and they're like, yeah, we don't know when you're going to be seen. People coming in and out like nothing. And I actually asked one of the doctors, a Syrian guy flagged down one of the doctors and said, please help this man. You know what her response was? You're sat in a bit of a strange place. Is that a normal reaction? So out of my whole medical that I need urgent care, her attention is that I'm sat in the wrong place.
You're not being taken serious.
No, I'm not.
No.
So, yeah, but the point is, she looked through about 20 to 30 medical documents from the UK, from Canada, from Denmark, that clearly even shows my broken ankle. I showed her the Zopiclone. She's like, yeah, your situation is horrendous. The point is, as soon as I mentioned the medical corruption that I'm dealing with, she immediately got out of her chair, went and talked to someone, and at that point I was escorted out. So as soon as I mention I have a medical, part of my political asylum is medical, it gets very ugly. Same thing happened in Germany. Exact same thing. Now I am literally stressed out my mind.
Yeah, I can.
I even said, you know what? Can you even give me painkillers for my ankle? Get out of the building. After I can show you the x-ray results. It's on paper. She actually physically looked at them, refused to give me an ounce. She said, we'll give you morphine, we'll give you paracetamol. She mentioned another drug. I said, is that not a bit much? No, don't worry about it. We need to urgently get you sleep for Zopiclone. As soon as I mentioned the medical, because she started asking other questions, as soon as I mentioned the medical malpractice in Toronto that chased me to the UK and in Germany, immediately didn't say a word, got out of her chair, 5 minutes later came back with a gentleman, get out. I went to reception, can I please ask for this doctor's name? Please leave. I'm supposed to get a Falk ambulance back here.
Yeah.
I had to get out of the hospital, flag down 2 people who got a taxi for me, and I got paid 200 kronas in a taxi to come back here. Really? I'm on the verge of collapse, man.
Yeah, I can fully understand why. But I don't understand why they treat you like that. I don't understand why you get mistreated in that way at the hospital.
I can even physically, it shows clearly broken.
Yeah.
Even if it's just my ankle, you don't give me nothing else. Clearly shows evidence my ankle is broken. Escorted out of a hospital while I'm in political asylum, the first in the world? Please. I don't feel safe, no. If I'm going to a hospital, and above anything else, just give me some painkillers for clearly my broken ankle, and I get escorted out of a hospital in a country I've never even been before?
No, that's not okay.
Oh,
Sit
my-
down, better sit down. Sit down. You don't have any problems with your stomach acid, right?
To be honest with you, before I came to Denmark, I've had massive diarrhea from stress. I even said I can't breathe properly, I have an asthma problem,
Okay.
and still no medical care? I mean, it's dangerous. It's actually physically dangerous.
Antihistamine I don't have, but I have painkillers for you. This is ibuprofen. And
Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes, I
Is
understand.
that
what
I'm
you're
telling
saying.
the doctor I can't even breathe and I'm escorted out of a Danish hospital?
Yeah. But still, I don't even understand why.
Because I mean, I'm literally, it's the point I'm going around in circles. If I come to Germany, people know what's going on. I'm not stupid. As soon as you went and talked to someone, checked my name, get out. Now I'm really terrified. Completely and utterly terrified. I can open my bag right now and even show you the x-ray results. It clearly shows a break.
You don't have to, because why wouldn't I believe you?
I'm just saying, man, I'm in Copenhagen. I've been chased all over the world.
Mm.
I've had my fingerprints taken all over the place. I have an asylum card. She saw that. If anything, even refuse me breathing medication and painkillers for my ankle in a hospital.
That doesn't make any sense.
But what I'm saying is that's what I'm up against.
This is for your ankle.
I'm literally.
No, sit down.
Why? I don't feel comfortable here now.
Okay.
She came back. I was like, we're gonna lock you up. I said, I'm leaving immediately. She's like, that's your choice. She opened the door.
They wanted you inside ward.
Yes. Considering what I've been through.
That's because, like I said
Oh,
yesterday.
no.
No,
I'm actually leaving.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Clearly no one is sorry to hear that. I know what I'm up against. I'm not safe here.
You don't
After what happened
You
in the
don't have your
hospital,
passport, right?
you've got to be kidding me, really.
You don't have your passport. How do you go?
I don't trust anyone. After that in the hospital and our conversation yesterday, not good like that.
But let me tell you this, if you decide to come back, you are most welcome. Police will come tomorrow, you can get your passport back
I
then.
come to reception. I think everyone clearly knows what's going on. I don't need to be why is everyone surrounding me?
There's nobody surrounding you. These people are at work.
I know you know what's going on. This is seriously dangerous, my friend. If you're not going to help me, just don't help me. But don't mock me for 2 days and then refuse me whatever.
Nobody's mocking. I am serving you.
Can you call a taxi, please? Can you call a taxi? Yes, please. I actually don't. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'm not taking a medication. I don't know what I'm taking. Actually, let me just make sure I got the medical card.
Sit down for them.
Ja, for borgernes liv.
På borgerens liste, sammen med Tom Lysgaard. Jeg kysser mig i røven med det. Det kommer ikke til at ske.
Did you manage to call a taxi for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hvad fanden som Lysgaard til?
Jeg kan godt lide Tom Lysgaard. Jeg har bare sammen med ham.
Nå.
Jeg er bare ikke enig i mange af hans betragtninger.
Hvad så nogle spurgte?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Remember when I told you actually everything yesterday?
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason that you said, considering you work for the Red Cross, that I will be denied political asylum? I'm just curious as to how you.
It's because just of my experience and because you're British.
But I'm just, because anytime I ask Red Cross for anything, it's like I'm only Red Cross, but you categorically said I would not get political asylum.
You will not. You're British. Britain is a member of the European Council, and European Council members don't take their citizen asylum. It's,
Because your accent is quite British when you talk in English.
oh, I can. Yeah,
But how can you make a judgment like that? You're Red Cross.
I'm not making a judgment. You asked me what I believed, and I said, because of my experience, I can tell you will not get political asylum as a British citizen.
I didn't ask you that. All I did was tell you my story.
Yeah,
And you said, why are you even here? Because you won't get political asylum.
yeah.
And then we talked about, but how can you make a judgment like that if you work for Red Cross? You can't say something like that. It's not your call. It's not, is it?
Yeah, that's your opinion, of course. That's yeah.
But it's not an opinion. It's just if you work for Red Cross,
Yeah.
you cannot make a statement like that.
Of course I can. Har du ringet efter en vogn, Morten?
You don't have to stand and wait till I leave. It's okay.
Where are you going now?
Don't explain. Only Red Cross. Is there any particular reason you need to stand, all three of you, and wait till I leave? There was no one here when I got here.
Who says we're waiting for you? We are not
Well, when I actually came in here, I was told that I'm not
Listen,
actually
we have a lot of tasks, and these gentlemen are doing their job. That's none of your business, please. Okay? Thank you. Du går på kontoret.
Ja, jo. Hvad så? Nu kommer der en
Ja, det siger okay, Frederik, hvis den taxa kommer.
Come to Denmark for safety and I get treated like this. I get escorted out of the hospital with no medical care. For what? Told we're going to lock you up, and I'm claiming asylum? Are you kidding me? Now I'm trapped because you got my passport.
I don't have your passport.
No, I didn't say you specific. There's no I don't have nothing against you. I'm not having an argument with you. I'm just saying Denmark now has my passport. I go to a hospital asking for help and they can't pull off the help and I'm trying to get the rest. And now he's speaking to me like I'm shit. It's not right.
Er der aske sammen?
What a mistake.
I just want to tell you, I don't have my guitar.